This is me sculpting over 100 tiny pieces of clay food. I opened up pre-orders for my hot pot shaker keychain, and I'm showing you guys my process step by step. I forgot to show you guys how I made my bok choy, so here it is. I'm flattening out a piece of green clay and then cutting out a little triangle and then squishing the white little stem in. Now I'm rolling out some white clay to be thin little strands so I can put it on. I'm also blending it out a tiny bit on the bottom. Now we add a face and then he's done. Here are all the other pieces that I finished from my last video, and now all that we have to do is just bake it. So I'm loading it up onto my baking tray, and then these are going to go in the oven at 275 for 30 minutes. I get a lot of questions about what clay I use, and I use polymer clay, specifically the Primo brand. I have these red circles that I cut out and baked the night before, so now we can finally line these with black so it would look like a little pot for a hot pot. I spent 2 full days working on these. I got these new PJs and Mr. Ami said I looked like a picnic table. These are done baking, so now it's time to take them off and get them cleaned. As you can see, there's a shiny spot. This is where the clay touches the baking tray, and we're going to remove this using some acetone. So this is what it looks like after. It's all smooth and matte. I'd recommend using gloves when you're working with acetone. I was just too lazy, so I didn't. But don't be lazy like me, be safe. So the red bases also need to be clean, so we're just going to be using a little napkin for this. And then you can see how smooth it comes out. Now we're just going to double check to see if all the bases fit by putting them in. And so far it's looking good. Once everything is all cleaned and we make sure it fits, we can finally put in all of the little ingredients. And these are over 200 pieces of little clay food. Now it's time to actually put the keychains together. Mr. Ami actually got me all these keychains. He had to drive to 3 different Daisos to find them for me, so special thank you to him. I know this is unnecessary, but I decided to flip all of them over so you can see their faces. It's gonna get shaken up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. To permanently seal them shut, I'm gonna use some UV resin around the rim. Now I'm just gonna snap it shut, and then it's gonna go under the UV lamp for around 2 minutes. First batch is finished. I'm gonna be packing them in my next video.